YouTube going there? Yes, sir. Alrighty. So, let's see. Let's get started on our daily time frame. Update our previous day high, previous day low. Something I will note is that we just took out previous day low overnight, and we have since then reversed about 16 points. We can take a look at now some lower time frames, even just like a 4-hour. Looks like the 4-hour came off of a support zone right here. Demand on the 4. So I'm going to be looking for buyers today on ES. Let's see. And once we start breaking it down to some lower time frames, we'll really have a better entry. Half a sec. I feel like I gotta sneeze, man. It's like right there. Right there. Oh, I spooked it. Okay, look at this. So right here, we had our basing, and then we had our rally out of it. Same situation right here. And I'm going to delete these levels. Where we have our basing, and we're starting to rally. Now we have about 50 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close here on TradingView. Because that's the case, I really want to see, how does it close? Where do we close? Are we closing more bullish? If we do close more bullish, then I'm going to want to watch for some continuation there. Just want to see. YouTube up and running? I think yeah, we're good. Okay, so we'll see. I will probably want to see if there are any new supply zones on a lower time frame too here to trade off of, because if I don't get any long entry, and I am still looking for longs though, just a bullish bias, I do want to now break it down to a lower time frame, see if anything is showing. So just resistance over here on the 69.93. 90-minute, nothing. 45, nothing really. 30-minute, not really. 15-minute. Got this right here from overnight. So something I might do with the S&P, this is the ES, is I'm going to look for this zone between 75 and 80 to either work as resistance to continue lower. Now, that would sort of be an extreme case. I'd really have to see the Dow weak, the NASDAQ weak, possibly the VIX at a support zone. Without that, I'd really ideally rather use this as a support zone itself. So instead of using it as resistance, which is what it is right now, I'll look for us to break it and hold it as support, and then I'll look to target that next key area again. So that's sort of the main setup that I'm looking for on ES today. Take a quick screenshot of that, and we'll write that up. Let's see, ES on bookmap over here. Let's put this there like that there like that. Let's see if we can get some extra historical data through bookmap just to see some of what was going on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Just to make sure everything's working all right. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, good morning, everybody. What's up, Jay? Good morning, Victoria. Gray, good morning. Kev, good morning. Mike, what's up? Calpac, good morning. Alright, so that's what I'm looking for on the ES. I wanted to try to load the information there on bookmap to see if it would give us any levels that have been there for a long time. So like right now, 69.75, as of whatever time this was, about 9/11, there's 200 lots sitting at 69.75 right there. And that 75, that's right below, right before my supply area. So again, I want to see a break above that, and then that becomes support. And there's 80, there's 84. So a lot of targets to the upside, probably lining up the same way to the downside too. Yeah, 59, 50, 50, 45. So pretty range bound between where we are now with highs around that supply zone, possible lows near back on that previous day low. Definitely curious to see how we want to play out here. Something I might want to look for, let's see, is where our ultimate reversal setup lines up, and that's going to be our gap fill price level. So let's see, gap fills this blue level up here. midnight, that's below us. Okay, so it's not lining up, and our previous New York high and low, that's this red level, and then up here near previous day high. Those are targets to be hit over probably 80% of the time on an edge full report. I'll show you guys what that is. Edge full, and we will go to reports. So this would be considered an inside day because we're opening within the previous New York low and high. So on an inside day on ES, we break out of it 85% of the time. That's crazy. So if that's the case, right, and we do find some sellers in the supply zone, and we start to reject it pretty strong, then guess what? Instead of looking for longs, I'm going to look for a short, and I'm going to target that previous New York low. If we can break it, like we said before, we break it, we use it as support, I'm going to look to then have a price target of gap fill and previous day high. So either way, I'm looking for a pretty nice trade setup off of the 75 to 80 zone on the ES today, and that's what we're looking for. Looks okay. Gap fill, we could also look at gap fill by weekday. That's one of my favorite reports. Gap fill by weekday, Monday, gap down 62% on ES that it fills. And we can look at by size, is pretty big, 0.52%. Let me move this out of the way. 0.53%. It's going to depend on where we open. If we open higher, the higher we open, the better the chances of us filling the gap. Because then the gap size gets smaller. Now when we look at that gap size, let's take a look. Let's do gap fill by size. At the moment, it's that 0.54. It's dropping further though, so let's beware. But right now we have the bracket 0.4 to 0.69. Gap down, not filled. 86% of the time that is not filled. So that right there tells me be careful. If we open somewhere down here, we're probably not going to fill it, or we have a very low chance of filling that. So that's the 0.4% and lower. Right now we're at 0.57%. Now it looks like it increases for the higher percent, the 0.7 and 0.99%, but the frequency, it only happens twice. So I wouldn't really go based off of that. This one, where was it? This one, the frequency happened 7 times, and 6 times it wasn't filled. So that's pretty strong saying probably not going to happen. 6 out of 7 times it did not happen. Looking for that to continue. Let's see. Now, the yellow levels are ICT opening midnight retracement level. We're trading right on that, so that's most likely going to fill anyways. Now, we can take a look at something like gold, especially seeing where gold is trading. Let's actually do that. Previous day high, way down there. Today's open is way down here. Alright, gold. I see you, gold. We'll see what's cooking. 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour. I'm just gonna run through this one pretty quick, guys. Really looking to see what we got cooking. Low volume down in here. So if I'm looking for a pullback spot, 570 to like 560. Make that blue. It's not what I meant to make blue. Good morning, everybody. Guys, happy Monday. I don't bet you guys, weekend felt long, bro. Good morning. Oh, jeez. Alright, so we can break down a little bit lower too. Gotta remember, gold has been on a massive rally, all-time highs. Again, really driven by that rally of the, just the uncertainty of what's going on in the whole Venezuela situation, right? So a new war, what's going on with that? We don't know. Things are not 50-50, but things are up in the air right now. Use something like market, sort of get that fundamental outlook. So I haven't used it in a little bit. It's been a few days, right? It's been the weekend. So I want to see what's going on. Also, like, ooh, okay. I haven't seen their new update. Okay, market. Damn. Very cool. Oh, shoot. That's so cool. Okay, alright. Gold. I'm gonna check out gold. Gold hits record above 4,600 as Trump-Fed feud. Oh yeah, that too. That too. Pal Pro boosts safe haven flows. They launched an investigation into Powell. How ridiculous is that? All because he's not cutting rates fast enough. Yeah, I have a video from what he was saying. Oh, I should have saved it. Oh, you know what? I posted it to my story on the GOAT. I'll screen record it, and then I will, what's it called? I'll create a post about it later, guys, about what's going on there. But let's see. So look at this also. They're adding now different, like headlines on the chart. Like, what got us moving right here? Gold spikes as Trump Fed criminal probe feuds erupts. Profit taking after sharp rally. We'll see the pullback. Safe haven bid grows on Trump threatens Iran tensions. So it's pretty cool. I like that. That's a cool update. They have the day here too. That's cool. That's cool. Just want to see we're not missing anything. Really not seeing much going on here gold wise in terms of an entry. We have this 4,600. We take this off for a moment, put a new one on at the beginning of this rally. It's really just a large volume shelf. I wouldn't look to trade off of that. I'd be patient on something like gold at the moment. But it is good to know the fundamentals behind it so we know, okay, if a trade setup does occur to the upside, then I know that that lines up with the fundamentals. I'm going to take that with some confidence. Fed. Now it's easing after. So, I don't know why it still mentions December. I guess it's still recent enough. Fed rate cycle weighs on dollar over medium. Oh yeah, we gotta see where the dollar's doing. The dollar has been a bit more bullish lately. If the dollar's remaining a bit strong, gonna want to be careful, but dollar should be taking a hit. Yeah, dollar's taking a bit of a hit today. Gotta keep in mind though, it has been rallying for a couple weeks it looks like now. For about 10 bars at 16 days, it's a couple weeks. So that build up on the dollar, I'd like to see a reaction on gold to the downside. I'm not going to fight this buying pressure today though. I know the buying is strong. ES and NQ. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Let's see. I'm going to lock that level. There we go. And take a look at the NASDAQ. Previous day high, previous day low. Look at the NASDAQ really respecting this green zone down here. We'll see what that is in just a moment. It's a 30-minute and a 30 minutes. There's two overlapping support areas. 3 hour, 2 hour. Look at gold trying to hold right now, but really struggling. Looks like a seller's trying to absorb buyers at this 5609. See seller stepped in pretty strong here a couple times. Now that we're staying below it. Again, so I don't want to be going with the trend at this point in time on gold. Just because I feel like we should be seeing some sort of pullback. A lot of people are just getting up for the day. They're just getting on the charts if they're trading, or even institutional, New York session, New York volume. Things are going to start to hopefully pull back to get a better long position. We don't want to be buying at uncertainty levels or highs just yet. I do, again, the same note though. Sellers were absorbing these buyers. Buyers were absorbing these sellers right here off this 4,600. Right now I am looking at the NASDAQ on the chart over here on the right hand side. I do want to find a very good area. 25,954 is a good spot. Same situation where I'd sort of want to look at, let's see. Where I'd want to look at the edge full report for the gap fill, just to see by weekday, you know, do we have a good chance off the weekday? Do we have a good chance off the size? Okay, well, gap fill by weekday on NASDAQ is a gap down. Gap fills 86% of the time. That's huge right there. But by size, look at the size gap we have right there. 0.76. Oh, it's not too bad, but frequency only happened once. So frequency only happened once. It did fill that one time. And by weekday was looking good too. So those are actually giving me a little bit more confidence in the longs off of possibly NASDAQ here. To target that 25,933. It's about 200 points away from where we are right now. Alright, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. There goes Nas trying to duck lower. I'll stay patient. Market's open in about 6 minutes. Yo, good morning, Adrian. Jockey, good morning. Garrett, good morning. Austin, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you all. Hope you all doing well. Excuse me. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. Good morning. What's up, Kyle? Let's see. So I look for support on NASDAQ near this 25,600. I think I'm a bit more interested in trading off ES today. Possibly want to look for some downside targets and zones too, though. This is our main zone for today. This area right here. To either go short or go long off of that. So we'll keep an eye on that. What else? What else? What else? Other than that, my other perspective on this, guys, is that, okay, we have a demand zone, and then another demand zone, and then another demand zone, that they're all lining up, they're stacking, stacking, stacking. A lot of times when we see zones stack like this, when one fails, they all fail. So if we start selling off with strength today too, I'm not going to want to go, okay, we broke this demand zone, well, I got to go along in this one now, and then get stopped out. I got to go along in this one now and get stopped out. I'm going to go, okay, we broke this demand zone. Okay, well, now this zone becomes supply, right? Or whatever the case may be. I'm pretty sure, though, this 4 hour that I marked out right there, it's not a zone yet, so I don't want to draw that out just yet. So we could still reject it. This 4 hour that's currently closing and developing right now has 33 minutes left. So that could actually wick all the way down, and this would not be a demand zone. So the zone we have as support at the moment is 69.50 on ES. 69.50. Look at the passive buyer sitting down there. I will look to see a possible pullback. Want to make sure looking at the daily time frame that looks reasonable too. Okay, 50 looks like an okay pullback. And then my final spot say, okay, listen, if buyers fail this point, if sellers take us below, we are looking to break lower. 69.35. 69.35. Key. And then we'll put a little bear emoji. Key bears below. There we go. What's up, Ironclad? Good morning, man. What's up, Type?
What's up, Kev?
Yo, good morning, bro.
I'm watching for those stackings to fail, you know.
Right? Those zones underneath us?
Yeah. I wanna see the end kill down to 25,650.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, if equities could sell off the open, that would be great. Looking at them right now, that they have a little bit of a pop. Let's take a quick glance at equities in relation to their ranges and previous days' highs and lows. So looking first on the left, we have Meta within its range, Microsoft within its range, Apple within its range, Google below its range, bearish, Nvidia below its range, bearish, and Amazon looking like it's rallying, but still in all reality within its previous day's range and below its open. So with all that in mind too, definitely looking a bit more bearish off of that information. But this is really like our last point, like this level we have down here. If we fail it, we're going to see a lot of selling today. So we'll watch this 7.5 for possible shorts on ES. If that fails, we'll look for, I don't know, we'll look for longs off of it on the break and retrace. So let's see. Markets open in a minute, guys. Yo, Ironclad, that Ironclad indicator on what was it, Friday? When you were like, I'm leaving, markets rallied, dude. They were like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yep, exactly like I called it out, man. You're gonna see that happen today again because I'm gonna be out in 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2 hours. That's when I'm out too. That's fine then. That's exactly when markets are gonna rally. It means we're gonna have a range until then.
Well, considering we got PPI, CPI, a
Yeah.
bunch of other crap this week into tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I don't see us making too huge of movements, right?
I don't know. I mean, well, that's
But
sort of one of
then
the
again,
reasons too why I'd rather
I
look for
live my life five, I live my life 5 to 10 points at a time, so I'm okay, man.
my life 5 to 10 points at a time. That's sort of why I'm looking for this area to work as resistance because it would just keep us in the range of our overnight session. But if we do break it, it again becomes support and gives us another range to trade off of. Markets are open, ladies and gents. Finding some buyers. We're coming off of VWAP, so breaking above VWAP right now. This blue level's our gap fill on NASDAQ. Remember, that's got a decent chance of filling today, believe it or not. The ES has this resistance at the 7.5. Want to see if we create an outlier. Those outliers have been really great entry points lately. Vin Diesel trading live my life 5 to 10 points at a time. Bro, it's cold. I feel like ass. Alright, there's 76. See if we get some buyers out here. Up towards 80 and then fail. I like that seller that just stepped in there. I'll try it here on ES. Be a little careful. Stop near like 81, 80. Because I want to see that 80 hold. We might break this zone though right away. Yeah, I'm gonna, let's see. It's close. If it breaks supply, I'm out. It was a tick away. My stop loss is that 80. So here we come. Might go right through it. Yeah, it's going to hit it at least. Okay, so it stopped out. But I do still want to wait for a reaction. Here's above 80. So we'll see if that wants to hold as support. NASDAQ really strong making its way to that gap fill right now. I might look more towards equities for a long off. VIX is dropping. Weighted index is strong. But let's also see how we want to react up here on ES. Gold pulling back. Glad we didn't try gold too, man. Look at the range we get on gold. Very choppy. Nice run on ES. What we want to see. There we go. Good. Now, if we can create... There was that imbalance starting to form here off of 81 to 83. Let's just be patient. See how NASDAQ's doing. NASDAQ just straight up. Straight up. Nothing major. Nothing sticking out just yet. Be patient on ES. We did have the break of the zone. I usually want to see like a break and hold above it. So if we break and wick below it, then obviously no trade there. Yeah, I would really, let's see. This area down here possibly now 74 to 77. See right there. If we can manage to get back there, that would be where I'd be looking for a long on ES. Just gonna wait. See how markets react. A lot of buyers still stepping in here. CVD is still somewhat
Short on
bullish.
NQ right now.
What's that?
Quick short on NQ right now for 5 points. Let's go.
Nice. Get it, get it. NVIDIA right off key
Yeah, it's
level
fun.
185.
Yep.
Alright, looking for this next 5-minute we get. It's a reject off of 77 on ES. Dip below, it's dipped towards like 74-ish. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. If you're here on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Join our community at bullishbrs.com. Go live Monday through Friday. Let's see. A lot of buyers still up here too, so that's a good sign as well. 30 seconds left. 15-minute. Yeah, I'm just waiting. NASDAQ continuing this rally pretty strong. Their equities are pumping right now. Real strong positive delta, 6,300 right there. It's a good positive delta. I do want to see a pullback on this candle. We might not get it. We'll see. I do want to be a little careful because the weighted index is also at a resistance point, but I do want to see a pullback into this broken zone, which we did just have, but into this more low volume area. What was that, like 77, 78? This level right here was 75. That was a good resistance point that became support. We already did hold it as support, so we might continue off of it. Look at the buying pressure we're seeing. I almost want to just try it long right here on NQ, just to take that momentum, yeah, but we'll see. How are these moves on NQ right now? What are we looking at? 64, about 20-point moves, 50, 60, 30-point moves. 29, okay. Be careful up here. Gap fill's coming up on NASDAQ soon. Let's see, NVIDIA pumping. Yeah, I mean, ideally, if we get a pullback, great. I don't think we are anymore on ES. I was looking for 78. We got 79.50 on the pullback. Weighted index in that key area rejecting it right now, so I wouldn't go long on NQ at these highs just yet. Take a look at things, see what the Dow's doing. The dollar's near a resistance point to go lower, which would help the gold go higher. I want to keep an eye on some other time frames, though.
The VIX is finding a home.
Yeah, VIX is struggling.
1575, so.
Bro, I'm cold, man. I like the rejection. If we had a whole bunch of positive delta up here that we were failing to push through, I'd go short right now with the stop loss at this 82 on NASDAQ, especially with the rejection on the weighted index, and just look to trade it down towards VWAP. But this is still consistent buying, and it's not a big outlier. It's not like it's positive 80, positive 100, positive 80. So no trade yet. ES continuing. Just a lot of strength right now. If by chance we do just keep going, we got zones to the upside to keep an eye on at 69.93. And then other than that, we do have a little ways to go towards, let's see, 30-minute, like right up here, I would look for 70.13, all-time highs again. Don't forget we were just trading at all-time highs. Markets are in a bit more of a bullish sentiment right now. Same with things like gold. I almost want to go long on gold off of that. Just pure momentum we've been seeing. Just again because of that uncertainty. the war, everything going on. Would definitely be a tough fill on gold. Again, it's got good momentum, just straight up sometimes. But buying when it's going straight up will just fill you higher. And then, God forbid, we pull back at that point, you're going to be in a real bad trade. Look for, some people use like inverse fair value gaps, things like that. Look for possible setups. ES continuing, NASDAQ continuing. Big pullback here on the weighted index. Would really want to see that on ES and NQ. But look at NVIDIA. Was rejecting 185 earlier, blown through at 186 now. 190 next level on NVIDIA. Apple rejecting very strong though. Something I will note, sometimes Apple is a little bit of a leader. So be careful on that. I will watch ES. Possible shorts off of the 69.93, but I would again rather be a bit more bullish. Wow, look at those buyers continuing and continuing. Looks good. I'd like to keep an eye on gold.
Double down on my short now.
What's that?
Double down on my short. I want to see the NQ at 725, 800. Let's go.
Nice. Possibly 60, 46.10. 46.10 for an entry on gold. That was resistance earlier. 46.11 almost. Let's see. ES continuing, NAS continuing. I like this on gold because the dollar also looks like it's in a pretty bad spot. I hate 1 minute fair value gaps though. I don't really have like a support zone here. I guess other than that book map level 46.10. 46.11. Let's keep finding buyers down here. Alright, ES and that resistance. NAS close to that gap fill. But look at the weighted index still pushing lower. That's because of how weak Apple is. But now look at this. Microsoft taking a hit. Meta taking a hit. At the moment, Google and NVIDIA are also pulling back. But, makes you want to be a little more patient on something like the NASDAQ right now, especially going along with that type of pullback. Guess we could try to wait for gold. But gold might just hold. How are we looking on like the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, 40, 90, hourly, closing 17 minutes. Let's see. VIX doing anything? VIX is dropping. There's definitely a buyer trying to absorb these sellers here on gold. Oh yeah, low volume area right there, duh. Like sorta makes me want to try gold in there. But nah, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, look at that. Give us something. Oh, there's our something. Original was 11. I wanted to see for 11 for a possible entry on gold because look at the resistance we had there. I wanted to see that become support. But if that fails, it would be 08 would be that fail point. So we're in it right now. We gotta look to try to hold it. There's a buyer trying to come in. Could start it somewhat light because that buyer's trying to show. But if he just fails here, we did just have some pretty strong selling. There we go. It's a nice quick reaction. But can it have some follow through? It's trying. 1 second left in the 5 minute. That's a little worrisome there. Stop will be at, like I said, that 08. It's trying its best to get there. It might. There's definitely some buying activity going on here that's trying to support it. Just want to give it like a little more room to like 07.8, but I don't want to be too silly, put it too low, and have it just completely destroyed. So we'll keep it at like 08, just in some micros. 15-minute time frame just closed, a bit more bullish too. If we can get back above that level, I might look to add. That's right near this recent high we just made, this 13.8. So make another higher low there, make a higher high there. I'll look for a higher low to form. Then I'll add. Really got to see us back above 13.6 though. If we don't get there, might go to stop loss. So be careful, be patient. Never risk more than you're willing to lose. ES is rejecting supply at the moment, I will say that. Gold's dropping. I might look for an ES short off of supply. Especially since gold wants to do this. Yeah, gold stop out. ES supply rejection. Bit of an imbalance. Not the biggest. Rejected 95. Markets have sort of fallen into, in my opinion, a bit of a tough point. You know, we've got a lot of uncertainty going on. The war, the oil, the this, the that. Gold's been a pretty nice run up. A lot of times it does very well in times of crises and uncertainty. But right now, I think we wait for 85, 82 on ES. But just be patient, man. VIX moving lower. I wouldn't want to go short. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go short at this moment. Buyers fail us again, but we'll see. What's up, Marzidi?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
Learning about 0-day DTE options.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm trading some stuff on paper this week while I try and learn a little bit about that.
Cool.
And so, do anything this weekend?
Not really. Chilled around, took care of some stuff, pets. You know the vibes.
Quiet.
VIX, man, VIX has been trying to drop today. If VIX was trying to reverse here, I would look for an ES short. Definitely doesn't look too bad.
So this is a fake momentum, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just on that, it's like, if you look at it, I went short at 25,880, caught at 25,860. And it's just like, as I said, 10 points, 20 points at a time. Easy.
Nice.
Okay, love. I like that screenshot, the thing you posted over there.
I'd like to see us fail here. We're trying to climb back above 90, whatever. 93.50. If we fail this 93.50 one more time. But let's see if we break it. Looks like we're going to try to break it. Yeah, we're breaking it. Moving into this positive again. Real strong positive delta there, 303 now. So again, I'm being patient. I'm looking for a reaction to this supply zone. A lot of positive delta up here if they fail to bring us anywhere. The whole joke of we're going up or down. We're going to go down.
All right, so the ES had a high on Friday at 3 p.m. Then a low Sunday night or whatever, Monday morning, 3:30 a.m. And we've basically done an ICT, a high, a low, a pullback to the 50% level. Now that 50% level also happens to be where the pivot point is.
Yep.
So we're dancing, trying to pick a direction here. The RSI is over bought. So, you know, it is right now a which way are we going? So we may chop here for a little bit, but we definitely are stalling, trying to pick a direction.
Yeah. These buyers on NASDAQ look good, though. Let's see. Be careful on NQ. It did reject earlier. There's that ES. I want to really watch for these buyers on ES to fail in the supply zone. Again, if that fails, we just continue higher. We look for a long position off this area. There we go. Head towards 7,000. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go. Gold also looking ready to hold. Gold trying to create a higher low here too. NASDAQ to that gap fill. This is gold right now. Gold is continuing. Trying to. That's market. Let's see. Any hot headlines? Trump team escalates attack on Fed Powell. Ooh. Ooh. That's not nice. The negative delta on this candle, so be a little careful on that. I'm gonna go long on gold, I guess. Stay patient. ES and Q, those are still within possibility. ES continuing higher. Good positive delta still. Need to see this 95 now hold on ES.
Done for the day.
Nice.
Not nice. I'm negative.
What's that?
I'm negative. I'm red.
Oh, red for the day?
Yeah, 2 losses of my rule. I'm done.
All right, listen, bro. Good following your rules.
I have to, Kev, man. It's been too long.
Good for you, bro. Looking for right here. This big imbalance guy right here. 96 on ES. Love a quick little pullback, a hold, and go. Positive
All right, so
CVD.
on ES, I've got a derived trend line at 706, 7006 for the moment. So we may look to tag that.
Positive CVD. Market pulse is green. VIX moving lower still. Dow's probably running up. Yep, Dow's new high a day. Come on now. Possible 96.50, 75-ish. Just want to see a dip into there. 18 seconds left in this 5 minute. Big rejection on the weighted index. Big rejection on the VIX is at a key level too. So VIX at a key level. ES and resistance. Want to be a little careful off this spot because if we fail it, that could be a good sell point. But we got to be careful. Buyers have been just here. Buyers have been beyond active so far. We've had only green candles since the market has opened. It is 9:55. Hourly closes in 5 minutes. Very strong hourly. 4-hour also closes. Remember, we're looking for the 4-hour to be bullish, and that's exactly what we're getting. So we could still look for continuation off of that as well. So don't be so quick to trade too much, because we might get a trade set up in a minute or two, right? So be patient. Wait and see. Weighted index trying to move lower. It's really what's making me real hesitant on longs right now. But that's sort of been the case all morning. And obviously longs have been able to make new high a day all day today. Definitely looks better to continue than to fail. Do wonder if gold's also giving us like one last little pullback. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like gold, man. Gold right here is so in the middle of nowhere. Like it could be pulling back to this level. It could be dropping right through it again, making a lower high. I just want to leave gold alone. Keep it on ES and NQ today. I also am thinking,
I should
nah.
not have
What's
stop.
that?
Should not have moved my stop loss.
No. I was gonna say also possibly NAS for longs, but ES has been a lot stronger because of that Dow strength. NASDAQ's been a bit more choppier because of that weighted index inconsistency down there. ES looks ready to pop higher here. Remember, guys, if you're not in a trade, the higher we go, it doesn't mean it's moving without you. It just means it's setting up. We just have to be patient. Like now we got a fair value gap overlapping that low volume shelf. When we take those trades, we take those to new high a day. So we want it to continue a little bit first and then pull back to it so we get a much larger, better target. We got a minute left in this 5-minute. Remember, that's also a minute left in the hourly and 4-hour. A lot of selling pressure coming in here, getting a little bit of resistance. Just consistent buying, though. Consistent buying. I do not want to be going short against this. The weighted index is the one thing making me want to go short. Same with the VIX. So I'm going to be crazy patient, but we're really still leaning more bullish. We would need to see this 15-minute candle reverse bearish, and that's got 30 seconds left. So we could also let it close. Let's see. See, that 8 seconds is not closing bearish. No way, Jose. Staying strong. Yo, what's up, Norman? Good morning. Siva, Omar, good morning. What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, looking like we're getting ready for a pullback here. Got some resistance above us. I'd like to see that more as targets. Not a fan of that VIX being at a key level for a possible reversal. It has been continuing lower, though, so I don't want to be completely against it. Possible trade-off 98 coming up right now. Like 96 to like 94. I think 94 would be a good stop right there. So we get a little below 96 would be ideal. Getting some selling pressure. We don't really have a big outlier up here either, or I'd look for a short. Much rather just see us continue. We did have gap fill on ES, and we are coming up to that. Remember, that previous New York high is next price target, so I'd want to see this pullback so we can look for a real nice trade here. That pullback was about 2 points away. We were 2 points away from entry there. Really looking for this 96 point. 96 is like the best spot I see right now. VIX trying to move lower. Bro, I'm cold, man. I'm cold. Brr. There we go.
Put on a sweater.
I got a sweatshirt on. I'm still cold.
Short. Let's go.
Bro, I gotta move to Florida. That's what I gotta do.
Hey, you moved to Florida. Where do you live?
New York. I know, it's a tough jump there.
Yeah, so you see, you move to Florida, you're automatically saving 10% a year. That's why I moved to Texas, man.
You live
10% of my 10%
you
of my
live in New
salary,
York?
10% of my earnings a year. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's quite a bit.
I feel sorry for you.
Say I'm sorry. Yo, I like that hold off of that level on ES there, man. It hit 90, it 69.75. So close. Come on now. A little further, maybe. I also don't want it to screw me. Let's see. Okay, we're getting there.
Short NQ at 25,898. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go.
Oh. Okay, I moved my position far down enough where I was like, I don't think it'll fill me. It dropped, it filled me, went right into profit at the moment. But, I mean, that's a crazy entry. That only holds if we actually do reverse and hold here. Stop loss is at 93.75. Entry's at 95.25. VIX at that key level. We are starting to hold already. Let's see. First take profit, new high a day. Very nice entry, man. So far. Okay, here we go. Come on now, follow through, follow through. When I say follow, you say through. It's like, nah, stop loss, you. Bit of a seller up here at this 97. Really want to see us get back above this 97.50, this seller. I want to see us above that guy. Any news come out? Anything big come out? No. Retracing to that 96 again. Oh man, it
I don't like
goes.
Mondays.
What's that?
I don't like Mondays. I'm always red on a Monday.
You know what it is? It's
Starting to really like Friday, you know?
yeah. Oh, what are we getting here? I'm gonna get out of at least one contract for some profit, mainly because that VIX is at a key level, and if we reverse off of a VIX key level and I'm stuck holding along, I'm not gonna be happy with that. These sellers are definitely getting chewed up though, so really want to try my best here. I'd like to see that VIX head towards a new low a day again, and us head towards new high a day on ES, but we've had a lot of selling volume coming near these lows. Really need to head back towards 7,000. If we take out 7,000, we're heading towards new high a day. 15-minute time frame. Want to see that hold bullish. 5-minute. I like that the 5-minute we wicked a fair value gap, but I don't know, man. We're trying to break below. Stop loss is at 93.75. We're getting pretty close. Let's see. Want to see support here. VIX trying to push higher, though. Be careful there. Really need to see that squeeze. Come on, ES. Hold this up. Hold this up. Dow. Come on, move higher, Dow. That's why we're pulling back, too, though, because the Dow is weak. Gotta see equities hold, and they're struggling. Let's see. Come on now, get back above 7,000. Let's get back on the bull train. I don't like the big volatility spikes we're getting to the downside. That's also a bit of a concern, but we still have been holding that low volume shelf, so I don't want to get out of this trade just yet. First take profit should be minimum new high a day off of that zone. So I'm trying my best to stay patient, targeting 7,002 on ES longs. Definitely not a fan of the weakness. VIX new low a day. That gives me a little more confidence there. If ES could find some volume to the upside is what we need to see to find follow through. Now, if we don't get that, we're not going anywhere. So I'm putting one limit order at 7,003. I'm looking for a move higher. My stop loss, though, is at 93.75. Entries at 95 in here. Very small stop loss. Could take profit. Struggling. Minute 54 left. Got to see it move up. Equities looking like they're trying to hold. Apple is flying. That gives me a little confidence. Dow's still struggling. That is not good. I want to see the Dow move back higher, man. Add an alert on the Dow. Come on, Dow. Get back up there. ES is in supplies, though, so that is another bit of a concern for the longs. We're in supply. Yeah, it's not looking too good on the longs right now. Be patient. Let's see. Again, dipping into that 95 zone. and holding. Somebody's trying their best to hold this point, but they're not trying hard enough to make us really rally back higher. We have a minute left on this 5-minute, and in my opinion, the buyers are running out of strength, so be a little careful. I'd like them to prove me wrong and right all at the same time and move higher so these longs work out well. I'm not stopping out beforehand. I'll only get out at take profit or stop loss, so we'll see. VIX trying to move lower. Weighted index trying to move lower. Really need to see Dow try to move higher. Dows keep trying to move lower. Nas should have a bit more of a pull though on ES than Dow does, so I want to see that follow through. Dow with a big drop on Dow, that is no good. Come on now. Dow, stop that. Stop going down. Get it down. Ay. 95 again, 1 second left in the 5-minute. Definitely not looking ideal on these longs. So I'll look to try to get out if we can get back towards the high. But 93.75 is stop loss, and it does feel like we're trying to break towards that 93.75. We'll see. It's really, really making us wait. VIX at that key level. Thinking it breaks. Thinking it breaks. Almost want to reverse it, but wouldn't do that. Yeah, we're gonna break it.
Ooh, that reverse button.
That evil, evil reverse button.
It gives me nightmares.
You guys want to master blowing accounts? Use the reverse button on every trade you take. Come on, ES, man.
I
You
can
were
be
at
a
9.
guru for that.
What's that?
I can be a guru for blowing up accounts. That's for sure.
Bro, the Dow, man. I'm still not stopped out of this ES trade, but oh my goodness, that Dow is gonna bring us there. 9375. We're literally 2 ticks away. Come on now, let's hold up. This doesn't want to, bro. Doesn't want to.
Does the Dow follow no, it's inverse to the VIX, right?
Dow doesn't really inverse the VIX. VIX is more of the S&P. Come on, Naz. Let's get it going. 15-minute. What's a 15-minute doing? 3 minutes left in the 15-minute time frame. That's where I'd also like to see a sort of reverse back higher. 30 minutes also got 18 minutes. Not looking ideal.
The Dow is the top 30
Finally.
blue chip value stocks. And because they're value stocks, they're not going to follow the VIX.
Got
Good
it. Thank
stuff.
you.
Good looking, Marziti. I'm stopped out of ES. That was the longest stop loss ever. That thing took forever. Wow. And it's funny though, because I'd still want to be long off of this. So re-entry, we'll see. Yeah, there it is. That's really funny.
Take a look at the 30-minute chart so you see.
No, I know. Well, that's what it was keeping me long in the first place. The 15-minute, the 30-minute, the higher time frame, the 4-hour. It was all staying bullish, especially even the 4-hour. 4-hour just closed. I want to see us back above this level right here on the 4-hour to remain bullish. Like orange or something.
Yeah, the NASDAQ is
Naz is trying to
bullish on
continue.
that 31.
Just don't chase at this point, though. Let's just wait. That Dow really, really fell off a cliff there. And the VIX, man, VIX is at that key level. That would be keeping me trying to look for a short, really. But it's the NASDAQ that's also got the gap fill at 931, about 40 points away. I'll see if Naz wants to hold these higher lows. Nas is sort of the only one presenting anything at the moment. But then it finds weakness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it really? Amazon falling.
In that range.
Yeah, tough range here, man. Real tough range. I'd want to go long on NASDAQ off of the price levels we have below us, but just hate chasing. Apple pushing up. Nvidia's back at that key level 185 and struggling again. No A+ setups lately at the moment.
Only A+ setup was at the open when we knew that the price was right above UAP.
Yeah, yeah, right. Right at market open. If you went
the
long right
next
at market
flow.
open, that was probably the best entry today. Other than that, welcome to Chopville. Equity's pulling back. Be careful here. Because it looks like, oh, we'll go long here. And then, boom, a huge pullback. But, let's see.
I really wanted to take it off market open, but I've been burned so many times.
Nas looking ready to run. I'd just rather see a pullback. Maybe 86's stop. Markets are real choppy, man. I'd want to see those equities continue higher, but at this point, it's just so range bound. When this is the case, we'd just much rather be safer than sorry, right? Instead of jumping in a trade here and getting stopped out, and then jumping in down there and getting stopped out. Just either wait, buy a dip, maybe trade some micros, trade a different account, whatever you got to do to not lose your main account, whatever you have to do to preserve capital. Right? We want to trade smart. Green days and red days. A lot of buying volume coming up here. I'd want to see continuation off that. Again, looking for 932 on NASDAQ. That's about 20 points away from where we are. But every time buyers step in, what happens, guys? Sellers step right back in. 305 left here. I want to see some type of reaction. Here's a big seller. I want to see a reaction back higher off of this big selling volume. If we don't get that, we might head towards these recent lows that we created. That VIX key level is a tough point, but we don't really have a supply on NASDAQ yet. There we go. There's some more weakness. It's trying. There it is. Let's see. Let's see if these big sellers are enough to sweep this low, create a lower high, and then go head lower. My opinion, guys, these are not good markets to trade in. Clearly. We're sweeping lows, we're going higher, we're sweeping lower. Gold, same thing. No good setups right now. A lot of the moves are happening overnight. Yo, what's up, Mark? Good morning, man. A lot of selling volume down here on NASDAQ. There we go. Weighted index still weak, yes, still in supply. VIX at that key area. I'm just waiting for a solid move lower to confirm a move lower. Other than that, the 4 hour was really leaning more bullish. So I don't want to be jumping in every short opportunity I see because I feel like at some point buyers still have the opportunity to take it long. 30-minute. It's just such a tough trade right now. Looking for 70, 78 as possible support. Look at every time we dip to a support level, we do try to hold it on NASDAQ. It's at 78. 80. Very poor, inconsistent price action. It's not like we're rallying, we're pulling back, we're pulling back and rallying again. We're rallying, we're chopping, a little leg, a chop, more chop, but somehow, we're still not at new high a day on ES, not at new high a day on NASDAQ yet either, but it's trying its best to get there. New support moved up to 86 now. If I was looking for anything on NASDAQ, it belongs off of that 89 area. Right over here now. 85. Look to target near that 30. Google pushing higher. A lot of equities are also very 50-50 right now. So, because we're not really getting good, consistent price action on anything, save face, guys. Just save capital. Wait for tomorrow, right? Why blow your account today so you can't trade tomorrow?
My 3-trade rule.
There you go. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe with those rules, guys. That's what rules are for. Let's see.
We have the rest of the month.
What's that?
I said we have the rest of the month.
Yeah, exactly. We got the rest of the month. We got time. See how it's moving up,
So,
moving up, moving up.
Here's an easy way of passing your PA account, right? With Apex. Right now they have the 80% off and the reset, whatever that is, the $35. So what you do is you buy 2 accounts, right? Set one up to go short and one up to go long, and
Yep.
just let it ride. One of them is gonna blow. Then you reset it, put it against the other one. So every 2 you blow one, or you pass one.
Good. Yep.
How
That's
many contracts are you using?
So what I did is 6 contracts on the NQ. So for each account, and just let it ride, man.
Oh, are you talking about full
Set
porting?
your 3,000. Huh?
You talking about full
He is
porting
talking about full
evals?
He is.
Just get your eval, right? Pass your eval. You blow one to pass one.
Bro, just buy an instant funded at that point.
Yep.
But the instant funded costs you like
Yeah.
thousands of dollars, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
no, they're not bad. A couple hundred now. They're not bad.
Like 300. Like 300.
Yeah.
200 actually. 200 American.
It's, let's see, hold up.
That's
I don't
$40
wanna,
versus a couple hundred.
let's see.
I wanna open my own prop firm.
Well, Bullish Bears prop firm.
Lucid,
Bro, why's he got
Lucid you
fucking
can get
drop now?
instant funded for 238.
So what's cool with these guys, Ironclad Tradeify, they have either a growth account, which you can get funded in as little as 1 day, and there's no activation fee. They have funding in 3 days, which same thing, no activation fee. Or the instant funded, which is a bit more expensive, $356 for a 50K account. That's with the sale.
That's not bad. I mean, $300.
Yeah,
For
300
right away.
bucks.
You don't even have to pass anything.
No eval to pass. You start right away. Daily loss limit of 1250. Max drawdown of 2000. Max
You got
count is 5.
You got $1,000 account to play with.
What's that?
You have $1,000 account to play with, which is okay. You can
Yeah.
MNQ. You know, that's a perfect account for MNQ. You don't need anything else other than that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good way to look at it.
I mean,
No
every day you trade
setups.
that account and you pocket in $100 on it. As long as you don't need to withdraw the money for your expenses,
Right.
living expenses.
Let's see. Gold and silver.
Goodness. Are we going to 26,000? Let's go then. You
Boom.
know, I'm tired of watching. Just chopping.
Wow, is it finally
Let's
gonna head
go.
to 930? What is driving? Oh, okay, Google. Look at this, guys. Google's flying right now. It's 329 to 331 and still running. Naz is gonna fly. Or, well, it already flew. The question is it gonna continue? We're right off of the key gap fill level. I wouldn't be so quick to jump in long right now. Oh, yeah, take profit trader. That's right. That's another good
breached.
one.
Yeah, that's really good. Just breached previous month high.
Nice. Google's still going. Nvidia pulling back. Meta took a hit. Why did Google fly so strong?
It's the fake before the break.
Weighted index still moving lower, man. Let's see. Google. Alphabet hits $4 trillion in market cap for the first time ever. Well, that's what happened. Is that all-time highs on Google? Yeah. Really? I didn't know we were back at all-time highs already. Wow, we are. That is insane. Naz is just gonna fly off that news, I would think. Google continuing. Naz trying to continue to. Would also think equities would have a little bit of a sympathy play. Like the other equities will also follow through. So I'd like to see some continuation on NASDAQ would be great. Maybe towards 965. Ooh.
Nvidia's not moving.
No, I know. I see that. Nvidia is struggling hard, actually. Big seller right there on NAS. VIX trying to move lower. Still in that area. NAS off that key level. Divergence on ES and NQ too. ES did not make new high a day. NQ did make a new high a day. But just not a fan of these markets. They're choppy over here. They're choppy over there. Here a chop. There a chop. Everywhere a chop. Let's see. If anything, again, was considering ES shorts, but it's really the 4 hour that's keeping me out of like any shorts right now, because the 4 hour takes 3.5 hours left to close. I'm looking for it to continue higher, so I was trying to look for a pullback so I could get a long position. We could flip back above green and hold it long for those 4 hours. Have a nice little day trade in play, but we really don't have any solid setups or entries. If we were really shooting, we could maybe see a 15-minute fair value gap right here. Throw a fib tool on there. Optimal trade entry near 69.80. But we'll see, I guess. Marzity, what are you seeing, homie? You in anything?
It's a big candle on Apple.
Oh.
30-minute is coming out of overbought. We did not hit that. We have still not hit that 70.06 line yet. But it looks, now looking at the breadth indicators, the New York Stock Exchange going sideways, but the S&P breadth indicator is negative.
Yeah.
So that means, so for those of you that don't understand breadth indicators, that is the number of advancing stocks minus the number of declining stocks. So when we say that the S&P breadth indicator is negative, it means there's more stocks selling than buying.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of indecision on the board right now, trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, we're not seeing any momentum now, and that makes sense because that opening 30-minute candle was so big.
Oh, yeah.
You always have to remember that consolidation follows a big move, usually.
Yep.
Sometimes you get continuation, but consolidation is more likely following a big ass candle.
Naturally. I'd like to see it pull back to VWAP on both of them, sort of rebalance a little bit here on the intraday scale. But very, very bullish. Again, that 4-hour holding the weight for the longs. Just got to be patient.
Well, the ES has got about 20, a little over 20 points to go if it's going to take out the high from Friday.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
within
That's
reach,
right.
definitely within reach. Definitely within reach, but it just doesn't seem like it's got the momentum
No, that's a great
right
call.
now to do that. And we don't have any catalysts today, I don't think. Let me look at the news.
Boom. Here we go. Nice.
So we have bond auctions starting at 11:30 Eastern. Unless they're really out of expectation, they generally have minimal effect. Signet really likes the bond stuff,
Yeah.
but it's basically, from my standpoint, is may push it around a little. The market's a little around, but if they're within expectation, it's not a big deal, and that comes at 11:30 Eastern.
Gotcha, gotcha. I don't think we continue lower here, guys. We're just seeing range. We should not expect any type of trend right now. Just be patient. That would be nice if we continue lower on this seller, but CVD's red. We'll see. Like I said, a pullback to VWAP would be nice, but we just hit our gap fill price level on NASDAQ. That's pretty cool how well that level worked. In terms of using edge fill and the gap fill and stuff, my strategy, my entry-wise did not work to use that as a target, but using a wider stop loss and stuff could have definitely seen that as a nice target. Let's see. Big seller right here. So again, this is that indecision point where is the selling volume enough to continue us lower, which it looks like it's trying to, or is it what buyers needed in order to continue to another new high a day? Now it looks like we're keep trying to tick lower and lower. There we go. Equity's all taking a hit. Google hit 334 and it's now trading back below 330 already. Same with Nvidia, finally rejected below 185. It's at 184.11 right now. And that gold trade from earlier would have played out. But we didn't have like a solid entry on that. There's no ideal point today. Let's see. Let's see. There's 87 on NQ. There we go. Nice pullback there. Minute 28 left. Remember, people are a lot quicker to sell than they are to buy. So we're getting a lot of momentum here to the downside. Minute 22 left. I think we might have enough steam for another bit of a kick here. Equities are falling off a cliff right now. Like just straight falling right now. Like a sell and hold, but we'll see. I almost want to wait for the next 5 minute, but we still have a minute left, and with that momentum, I think we still have another 10 points or so in us. Let's see, we have 45 seconds left. Equities, another drop on Nvidia. Google's still weak. Yeah, I mean, I would look for continuation. 40 seconds left. I wouldn't want to really be in anything for the last 40 seconds in case we do wick back higher. But I'm looking to possibly enter on that next 5 minute for a short. But we have to see how it closes. 15 seconds left. If we just wick up straight up right now for the next 15 seconds, no way. Nvidia's still weak. Google's still weak. Apple took a big hit, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that little bit of a V-shaped reversal we're seeing there. But we'll see. I did like that selling momentum. If Nvidia could start to drop again on this while NQ's pulling back right here, could start it, but I want to see some more weakness.
Hey, you know that flag? What I just posted there on the MNQ. So
What's
that
that?
is actually a bullish flag. The flag. If you look, there's a flag on the 5 minutes that we're making.
Oh, I see that. A bull flag, you
You
say?
might see. It might give you that view. It might give you that thinking of we might turn around and go to view app here, but it may be that bullishness to go to the all-time high there.
Yeah, again, because remember, that's what we've been doing today. The trend has been all-time highs, not VWAP. So good point there. Be careful.
I mean, I know I've taken a number of shorts on this little candles that happen, but that's been risky, I think.
Yeah. If Nvidia right now took
I
a big
just don't
hit
like
though,
going
so
long.
if Nvidia here could continue lower with momentum, when Nvidia had momentum, Nasdaq had momentum. So if that's the case, I'm gonna grab shorts once Nvidia can break lower too. If Nvidia could start to break lower, you see that? Let's see. Break below 184 Nvidia. Come on.
Already.
So close. Okay, there's Nvidia trying to break. A lot of the equities trying to break too. VIX at that key level. So let's see if we get another leg lower here on the 5 minute, even to just target like 44 or 50. I like the VIX at this key level too, trying to move back higher. Should help support a bearish ES and NQ. I like that we're trying to hold below this seller at 93. We are keep wicking back to 09 though, so be a little careful there. Really need to see Nvidia's trying to move lower. It's wicking again back higher though, be careful. It's at 183.94 though. It's trying to move lower. Come on, Nvidia, get dropping. Same with you, Apple. Apple did pull back a little bit too here, and so did Google. So if equities are trying to pull back, Nvidia, Nasdaq's not going to sell off.
Are you in a trade?
Yeah, light size NQ short on the pullback. I'm in from like up here, but I might just get out for a scalp. We'll see. I wanted to see some momentum. Nvidia again taking a little bit of a hit to the downside and getting an alert on YM. That was crossing to the upside, so be careful on that. Just a very tough point on equities, man, because remember too, we could be creating higher low, and if we hold this right here, we're going to create another higher low and continue to another all-time high. Looks like it's getting ready to try to hold here. Nvidia is still trying to move lower. I would much rather try to be short off that Nvidia weakness, but if buyers just step on in, then buyers step in. No reason to be short. Let's be patient.
the ES already made a higher low on the 5 minutes, so
Ooh, yeah, ES actually made a bit of a lower low right off of that recent 5 we made. Like, it made that low already
no, but
that I'm looking
looking
for
at
NASDAQ to hit. 44 seconds left in a video with another sharp turn to the downside. Again, supporting a bearish bias, but the rest of the equity's trying to hold. Literally every equity's trying to hold except NVIDIA right now. So we need those to start to fail. We have 30 seconds left for that to start to fail. CVD's been bearish. Gotta see this market pulse tick bearish, but so look at that, it's trying to tick bullish again. Weighted index pretty weak, but NASDAQ still trying to hold up. Let's see. There's a big buyer stepping in right there. Want to see them fail, but we'll see. Looks like we could be creating that higher low there, head towards higher highs. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, not a fan of the setups we're seeing today. Yesterday, too, same, like, poor price action where we sort of got that run up in the morning, then a whole lot of nothing. Let's see. See that again, every time a seller steps in, they fail. Every time a buyer steps in, they bring it a little higher, then we tick lower. So people trying to buy the longs, they get stopped out. People trying to short the lows, they get stopped out. What's your thoughts on Apple calls? What's going on? Apple calls, be careful, be careful on everything right now. Apple is, oh yeah, it's not a bad spot on Apple long-term wise on a higher time frame. If it could hold back above that orange level, that 160, could possibly head towards those new all-time highs. I would just be a little careful. We're creating a higher high, higher high, lower high, lower high, and now a lower low off of that lower low. So I would be a little careful on equities off of that. Are you looking for calls like swing trade or intraday? Somebody on YouTube, guys, Discord's like, who? Huh? Who, what, where, when, why? Come on, sellers, let's do something. They're like, nope. Bro, it's trying its best.
So the 30-minute ES is showing a rally-based drop pattern forming. It has taken out the base candle low. What's in the way is the pivot point area and just, again, consolidation. 5 minute on the ES still shows us overbought and signaling a bearish move. So on the ES,
yep.
Now the breadth indicators are moving essentially to even for the New York, and the S&P itself are both sitting on about even right now. This is a really bad spot to be for a new trade. And if you look at the top 4, S&P, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, they're just bar charting, just going sideways. Again, consolidation follows chop. So that's kind of where we still are. Will be a move later today, but we just got to wait for it.
Yeah, agreed. Don't get caught up in this chop. I'd like to target 869 for an intraday price target to the downside on NASDAQ. 868. Hello. Let's see. Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. What time is it? It is 10:44. Might not sweep that low. Gotta be a little careful here. Equities did take a bit of a turn. All equities now took a turn to the low, except Nvidia, which is pretty funny.
69.89 is the midpoint of the 5-minute Bollinger Band, but the Bollinger Band is coming up to meet the consolidation price. So this gap is going to be closing. 69.90 looks very plausible if we get a good drop.
Yeah, I'm out of NASDAQ, guys. I don't like this. This chop is disgusting. And zero continuation, man. Trend is our friend. There is no friend in the market today. No, swing trade on Apple, I think it does look okay. Just definitely do your own due diligence, keep an eye on it, and don't risk more than you're willing to lose. I'd like it if we found some more volume. So let's take a look, right? So here was a consolidation point, volume fell off. We got a rally candle. On the first rally we started, volume picked up a bit. Be able to look for a swing trade entry towards the end of the day, so you could see that volume picking up, enter between 3 and 4, get some calls, and roll for swing trade, right? Same situation over here, but right now we have resistance over us, and it's accumulating. We might be looking for a move down off of that on Apple, so I would be a little careful, be a little patient on that. Good morning. Oh yeah, there's that orange level on NAS, nice. Gold continued to new high a day, very choppy, but definitely was a better trend on gold today, seeing that it just sort of continued higher. Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Buddy of mine trades it. I met on Instagram, he's from Germany? I don't know where he's from, but it's cool, man. He swing trades it. Always interesting to see how other people trade. Good morning, guys. Let's see. Sound bounce from pre-mark. Oh, nice, nice. Jay, you there? Grandmaster Jay? Or Jazzy J? What was the name we came up with on Friday?
J Money.
J Money. That's it. J Money. Thank you for having a better memory than me.
That's money, money, money,
That's
money.
all I remember.
Money.
It's really funny.
That's from The Apprentice. Anybody watch that show, The Apprentice, back in the day?
Nah.
I did, man. I love that show. You know, I watched every freaking episode of that, and I sat there one day and I said, "This man is so awesome. He's going to be the president of this country." And I jinxed it all, you know?
Oh my god. That's great.
And he happened, and then he happened, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Gold looks good to turn
Kevin,
around
we've got
here
a
off
new
of that.
member. Kevin, we've got a new member in the group here, AHM. He's in voice. Looks like it's one of his first couple of days joining us. He's trying to learn a little bit about us and trading. So if you got any words of wisdom to pass to him, that would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, no, AHM, I was messaging him with him in a DMs a few days ago. I know you sent me a bit of a bigger message. I gotta reach back to him. I do apologize, AHM, on the response time. A little busy on the after hours. I'll get back to you though. Once we wrap up the stream, I will get back to you. And in terms of like, words of advice, where to get started, things like that. Definitely take advantage of prop firms if you're getting new to trading. A lot of people used to get started with penny stocks as they were cheaper. Now they're prop firms, which gives you the ability to trade futures assets on a day trading scale without risking hundreds or thousands of dollars of your own capital, which gives you a little bit of the upper hand to not be so psychologically connected to your own account. With that being said, you're paying for basically a paper account, but You're not blowing thousands of your own capital with the opportunity to take payouts on top of that. So definitely a few things to consider when it comes to prop firms and getting started with trading. And futures are very technical analysis based, right? If you want to risk X amount, you're going to risk this many contracts with this as your stop loss. There's not really any if, ands, or buts. The only time extra volatility kicks in and it could possibly run through your stop loss is during economic events. So like CPI, PPI, FOMC, things of that nature. Got you, King. For sure. King to be. King to be, I think that's his name on YouTube. I got you too. And AHM, like I said, I'm gonna get back to you too. So you're talking about market trends. I would definitely recommend AHM. Are you a lifetime or monthly member? I think you're a lifetime. If you're a lifetime in the Bullish Bears library, the next level library, if you go to next level library, scroll down to futures and futures masterclass, then it brings you down to the bottom where it's original 8 sessions or 8 course. It's an 8-course program I put together, going over just the beginner, getting started with futures, different technical analysis, whole bunch of different stuff, whole bunch of different things to sort of keep you in line in terms of, you know, how to get started with futures, how do futures move, give yourself an idea of different strategies, market concepts, supply and demand, how to read markets, some entry criteria. It's got a lot in it. You know, for 8 sessions, it definitely has a lot in it.
One thing to remember too, you got 10,000 people on YouTube that are trying to sell you something, teach you, you know, like, I made $10,000 today on trading the SPX and blah, 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 blah. And
Good for them.
here's my scalping strategies. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Seriously.
There's something to a lot of their stuff there, but they're always trying to, you know, they got their hand out. They're trying to get you to buy something from them. Guarantee you watching those videos and they'll say, and you sign up for our private room discussions and I'll teach you the secret. It's a bunch of crap. So the foundation, the absolute foundation is price action / technical analysis. Whether you do options, whether you do futures, whether you do stocks, you know, whether you buy underwear at Walmart, it's all about price action. And you've got to learn that before anything else. That is the underlying foundation to every bit of technical trading, day trading. So start with, let's get you started on that. If you go back to the webinar channel in Discord, on the left there, go to webinars. And if you go back to March 2024, I did a 4-part series there. So that complements Kevin's series that he talks about. I am redoing that series in a more, you know, in a more in-depth kind of thing. It's been a little slow to come out, but at any rate, we got crap load of learning material in here, and it can be overwhelming. So ask questions. And Signet does teaching streams on Wednesdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you want to get in here and just do a back and forth question session on voice or in text, 2 p.m. Wednesdays, Fridays with Signet, absolute great place to be.
You got it. You got it. Yeah. Alright, let's see. So yeah, a whole lot of nothing, man. Markets really haven't been presenting the nicest of setups. And something to also remember, as a new trader coming into days like this, where it's not just one day where it's price action like this, but yesterday was, I'm sorry, not yesterday, Friday was fairly similar. I think Thursday also was a little bit funky. We need to sort of adjust to these market conditions, but also remember that they won't stay like this forever. Market conditions are constantly changing. Geopolitics, economics, different where we are, how strong the economy is. These things are always changing. We're always getting new reports. That's why it's important to be aware of fundamentals, the reports that come out, and just be aware of market conditions, because if things start to shift, guess what? This trend where we just shoot up in the morning and stay sideways for the rest of the day until we get a second trend at 11:30, it might shift to, okay, well, now we have that 9:30 market opens, we pull back, and then we have our 10 o'clock reversal, right? Something that we're used to, but things will always change over. Things are always changing. Fair value gap, same thing. We didn't get like any fair value gaps today. Nothing on the 15-minute, nothing on the 5-minute, nothing. We don't go to the 1-minute, nothing really hourly wise. It's just been a very strange chop, but bulls have remained in control. At this point, what I do see is a 15-minute starting to base out like that. So I'd look for this 15 to close somewhere higher and look for the next one to continue. Other than that, really not seeing much today. Guys, I am going to wrap the stream up in just a moment. If anybody does have any questions, got a lot of info out there today. Thank you, Marziti. Thank you, Ironclad. Thank you, Ricardo.
Just one recommendation for
Thank you, guys.
HAM, new one. Put every single indicator you can ever find on every chart that you look at for the next 3 months, and then realize that you do not need any of them anymore.
Skip
You
that
gotta go
part.
through that experience.
No, you gotta skip
You have to
that
go
part.
through that experience, man.
You gotta skip that part, guys. That's what Bullish Bears is for. You skip that part. That's funny.
Full port ironclad.
Full port ironclad strategy. Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed to wait for ironclad to go.
Well, I'm 5 minutes away and I'm ready to rock and roll. So I got
Yo,
a
it's-
short that I'm working on.
I was
Let's
short.
see.
I'm thinking it's definitely gonna want to run to new all-time highs. We've got that previous New York high as a target still at 70.17.
All right, ES put in a small little bull flag, and it's making a run at breaking it maybe right now, which will be around 7003. So we'll have to watch and see what happens there. If this fails, we are definitely going down.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on that. a little
HM,
bit.
are you? If you're still there, I think you are still here and could hear me. We're going through your message a little bit, guys. So risk management is very important too, right? As a trader, and just saying, "Oh, I have good risk management," can only mean so much, right? What do we mean by it, right? Risk management has to mean, okay, how much are you risking per trade, per that account, and also per day, right? Just because you're risking X amount per trade doesn't mean you have good risk management. If you take 4 trades and you blow the account, or you take 5 trades and the account's gone. So on, again, prop firms, or especially just trading futures in general, you have that ability to say, okay, I want to risk A, B, and C. I want to risk, let's say, a 50K account, profit goal's 3,000, trailing threshold's 2,500. So you're not trading it like it's a 50K account, you're trading it like it's a $2,500 account that can go to zero. If you're trading your own $2,500 account, that cannot go to zero, but it can go to zero. So what do you want to risk max per trade? Realistically, I would say 250 when you're confident. When you're getting started, $100, $150 a trade, maybe $200 a trade, but 150 is realistic enough to say, okay, now I could take 3 wrong trades, be down 450 for the day, and call it a day and still have the account to trade tomorrow. Then I could do the same thing the next day, still have the account, and the next day, still have you could do that 4, almost 5 times before that account's blown, and then guess what? At that point, if you take 5 big max loss days in a row, it's time to sort of readjust, and you come back, you buy a new account, and you start over, and guess what? You didn't just lose 2,500 of your own capital, you lost maybe, if it's on sale, I think they're 80% off right now, so you lost $40, you just start over.
$30.
Yeah, $30. It's very good, great sale price. That's why we usually recommend people start with Apex 2 as a beginner. Because a lot of times people are really eager. They want to get started. They want to get funded, go on a instant funded. But if you're not there yet, you're just going to blow that too. So get on an Apex. Give yourself reasonable goals to say, okay, I want a 50K account. Obviously, the first goal is to pass it and get funded. Great. My next goal is to get a payout. That's to reach X amount on my account. Great. I got there. Now take that payout and use some of that towards an instant funded, or use some of that towards another eval, or use some of that towards a copy system, and then start trading multiple accounts. Again, once you gain that consistency, but that's down the road. You have to give yourself short-term reasonable goals right now to get to that long-term goal. A doctor isn't given
I
a
want it
scalpel.
now.
Yeah, right. I want it now. I want it now. A doctor's not given a scalpel and says, "All right, go for it. Start cutting." No, it takes a little time. It takes some effort. It takes some energy. It takes different pieces, knowing different parts of the market, knowing different risk management styles, and everything else.
All right, we got a measured move possible here on the ES. Upside target 7,008 would be a 50% measured move up. If we fail, though, at 7,005, we're going back inside the box. 7,005 is the number we have to clear to get to 7,008. Now, as you can see, though, this is a horrible range. It's too small. It is too tiny. But, you know, you might, if you're a scalper, maybe.
All right, ladies and gents, I'm wrapping up the YouTube stream there. I will wrap up this live stream as well. Appreciate you all for joining in. I will see you guys shortly. Definitely show some love to social media. I just found a super cool platform, like an AI graphic designing platform for like images. Got to see how it works on videos, but extremely happy about that. So go show some love on those posts, and I will see you guys tomorrow.